Hello, my name is Jessica, and in this CPD video with D2E, we'll be looking at key considerations when designing facade cleaning and maintenance strategies. We'll cover a brief history of facade access, health and safety considerations, collective and personal protection, what added value these systems can bring, and key considerations for designers and building managers. Since the very early systems and equipment, health and safety considerations have improved significantly. Unfortunately, this is mainly due to accidents, but advances in technology have also had their part to play. Over the years, access systems have had to become extremely complex due to the design of modern facades and resulting in abseiling, also known as rope access, increasing in popularity. When you're developing a facade access strategy, the key health and safety literature you need to refer to are CDM 2015, which details the responsibility of designers to take into account the general principles of prevention. Working at Heights Regulations, or WAH 2005, which states that collective protection should be given priority over personal protection. BS 8560 is a British standard for the design of buildings incorporating safe work at height. So, what is collective protection? Collective protection offers workers a fully protected working area without the requirement of actions by themselves, such as a safe platform when cleaning facades. Examples include building maintenance units, or BMUs, mobile elevating work platforms, or MEWPS, tower scaffolds, gantries, and suspended cradles. When developing your BMU strategy, the key document you must design to is BS-EN 1808. This document covers safety requirements for suspended access equipment, design calculations, stability criteria, construction examinations, and testing. BS-EN 1808 also applies to monorails, suspended platforms, davits, suspension beams, parapet clamps, and suspended chairs. BS 6037 should also be considered and shows the code of practice for the planning, design, installation, and use of permanently installed access equipment. There are a number of different types of BMUs. This is a trackless BMU, operating on a load-bearing surface to minimise visual intrusion from the surrounding buildings. This also eliminates the need for tracks on the roof or terrace. By using a low-profile BMU, the entire system can be hidden in a dedicated garage. Parapet BMUs are used where space is limited for floor-mounted track systems. The disadvantage to this style of BMU is that in most cases it is visible as it is fixed above the parapet. Luffing telescopic BMUs are typically used when the maximum reach of the arm exceeds 9 metres to 10 metres, allowing large units to park in restricted areas of space. Pantograph or Z-luffing BMUs work by using an integrated luffing mechanism, which allow the unit to access up and over plant screens, obstacles up to 4 metres, and can close down for parking. There are many other complex BMU systems. And although large systems are sometimes necessary, D2E's approach is to keep systems localised, small and user-friendly as possible. Larger systems tend to require more maintenance and have higher breakdown frequencies with longer downtime. Facade replacement refers to hoisting heavy cladding from BMUs to replacing broken glazing or facade elements. It's worth noting that BS 1808 clearly states that BMUs should be used for cleaning and light maintenance only and can lift a maximum capacity of 1,000 kilograms in addition to any equipment and workers. There are also limitations to the size and shape of objects a BMU can lift. Damage to the facade from an in-use BMU cradle can be minimised by using restraints and suitable buffers fitted to the cradle. If the building has recesses or underhangs, additional localised systems can be avoided by considering telescopic or counterbalanced cradles. These typically offer access to recesses of up to 4 metres deep. Other considerations of a BMU strategy include improved cleaning times, reduced life cycle costs and reduced distribution by limiting access through the building. In this section, we'll look at mobile elevating work platforms, called MEWPS. BS 8560, which we mentioned earlier, recommends that MEWPS are used up to a maximum of 6 floors. However, for a one-off repair to the facade, MEWPS can reach up to 50 metres. BS 8460 and the selection, management and use of MEWPS by the HSE are key documents you should use as reference points when considering MEWPS. There are many different types of MEWPS: wheel-based, track-based, with outriggers, articulating jib and scissor lifts. It is worth noting that MEWPS are designed with a safe working load of 200 kilograms, but that includes the workers and their equipment. They cannot be used for lifting glazing. Ground-based glazing replacement must be lifted using mobile cranes. Personal protection systems refer to a system that relies on the actions of the individual and are used when collective protective systems are not suitable. This includes rope access, as this is the last resort to be considered if all other measures cannot be accommodated by the design. If there is no other alternative than adopting a rope access system, you should ensure the strategy complies with the Industrial Rope Access Trade Association Guidelines, or IRATA. IRATA is a professional body who sets in place stringent testing procedures and high levels of training for operatives. Statistics show this can be a safe method of access where implemented correctly. However, accidents can still happen, such as a recent accident when an abseiler fell 5 floors to ground level, resulting in life-changing injuries. To reduce the risk of potential injury, it's important that coordination happens early. The key documents to refer to when looking at rope access are BS 795 and BS 7985. Depending on the type of anchor used, you will more than likely have a large number of fixings, which need to be maintained biannually. Key considerations for the anchors include loading transferred onto the structure through the anchor system, loadings from people and ropes onto copings, balustrades and facade, and impact loadings from operatives. It's really important to have a robust rescue plan in place. Operatives should always work in pairs for quick rescue and to avoid operatives being suspended whilst unconscious, which can be fatal in as little as 15 minutes. Early engagement is extremely important. The sooner access is considered, the sooner the design team can focus on coordinating to ensure the equipment can be integrated into the building. Facade access should not be an afterthought. Early coordination with the design team will avoid the need for structural and facade redesign later in the building process, which could lead to serious problems and, of course, additional costs. With modern buildings becoming taller and more complex, you should aim to simplify and minimise the quantity of equipment required wherever possible. Understanding the capabilities and limitations of equipment is vital. As with all mechanical systems, a preventative maintenance regime ensures the maximum life cycle for the equipment can be achieved. In general, BMU systems will require 4 maintenance visits annually and MEWPS require 2. In addition to statutory testing and any reactive visits for breakdown, D2E advise the use of a checklist to ensure the correct maintenance is conducted at the appropriate times. Training also plays a big part in the operation of BMUs and MEWPS. Training certificates, or the equivalent documentation, should be held for those persons who will operate the equipment. This should ensure no one untrained uses that equipment and reduces the likelihood of not only damage through misuse and abuse, but injury through accident. Ultimately, the safety of the workers on any site lays with the building owner, who may act as or employ a duty holder to facilitate their obligations. In either case, it's the legal responsibility of the duty holder to ensure facade access equipment is safe and fit for the purpose to which it was designed, properly maintained, tested and examined, used by only competent, fully trained operatives. Proper records are kept, including and not limited to service reports, test certificates, LOLA reports, training certificates, and operations and maintenance manuals. D2E have produced various checklists and information sheets which are available on request. Thank you for watching our CPD video on facade cleaning and maintenance strategies.